As flood recovery continues in Letcher County, some survivors are running into more issues, putting them under a financial strain.
WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us how two survivors are working to build their lives again while facing setbacks.
3 separate times, floodwater has ripped apart a bridge connecting Lisa Isaac's home to Highway 7.
The pile of gravel's on that side and the pile of gravel's on that side. It washed everything else out.
When the floodwater first took away Lisa's bridge, she hooked up a wire from the tree back there to this fence post to transport groceries and other needs through a basket. And now she uses a steel beam down at the bottom of the creek to walk over to this side.
That's the only way I had to get in other than the Old County Road, and it's not really a safe thing to go on, or walking down the railroad tracks.
Now contractors are working to build a permanent bridge for Isaacs, but she is using most of her savings in the process.
$55,000 that is going to wipe out everything my mom and dad ever made.
The state hired contractors to finish another bridge in Letcher County, which was completed at the end of April. The construction connected 2 homes to the highway, but cut off their main water source.
I have a valve up there that doesn't completely shut off, so it's allowing just a little bit of water to leak.
Contractors told Adams they plan to fix it, but it is becoming a financial issue.
When I told them that it was city water, because it was backfeeding in the black line, crossover, I had a water bill of $171.
While progress has been made, some Letcher Countyans have found themselves fighting setbacks. In Letcher County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Tomorrow will mark 2 months since the area was hit with more heavy rain that caused additional flooding and led to even more damage.
Applications are now open for a new round of disaster assistance. Cities, counties, and nonprofits affected by the 2021's flooding and 2021's tornado outbreak are eligible. $123 million is available in total. Governor Bashir says funding will help build an estimated 600 homes.
Mine-Made Adventure Park is one of Knott County's largest sources of revenue, but with flood survivors still living at the park's campground, you might wonder if that will impact tourism for the area.
WYMT's Alyssa Williams checked in with the county officials and those living at the park to learn more.
The Knott County Spring Horse Trail Ride is expected to bring in hundreds of people to Mine-Made Adventure Park for the 3-day event.
Hopefully 1,800, 2,000 by the end of the week. So a lot of folks I see still coming in. Campers is coming as we speak, and we expect a pretty good crowd.
As people are coming to visit the park, more than 20 flood survivors are still living on the property. People like Brenda Sisevsky.
Campers are nice, but it's not like living in your own home.
With the trail ride and other events taking place at the park this year, Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson says the flood survivors will not be negatively impacting tourism in any way.
Obviously in some sites that will be rented out once those campers are removed. But hey, the state, they added a lot of sites when they came in. That's going to boost our tourism impact to the county for many years to come.
Dobson says the local long-term recovery group is working to meet the needs of flood survivors, all while events are continuing to take place at the park.
We're going to move forward with events and things in the future, and hey, maybe bring some excitement and encouragement to those folks that have been down and out and dealt with a rocky road over the last 7 or 8 months.
Continuing to provide a space of solace for flood survivors while offering entertainment for all. In Knott County, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Dobson says since the flood took place, flood survivors have had the opportunity to attend different events at the Mine-Made Adventure Park for free.
Cool, cloudy, and breezy on this first day of May, really, and it just happens to be Monday, and it really does kind of feel like a Monday outside, doesn't it? Here's the view from Buffalo Mountain in southern Perry County. You missed it there a second ago. The wind was blowing hard enough to shake the camera a little bit. 54, the reading there. It's been chilly. Only a few of our counties, the northwestern 6, Rowan, Elliott, Morgan, Menifee, Powell, and Estill counties, under a wind advisory through 9 o'clock tonight. Doesn't mean it's not going to be breezy past 9 o'clock, just not close to that criteria, which is gusting to 40 miles per hour. But it's gusty out there, gusting to 35 at London Corbin Airport right now, 31 miles per hour in Monticello, and wind gusts generally between 20 and 30 miles per hour can be expected as we head through this evening. Not helping those numbers any either. How about middle and upper 40s across the Big Sandy? That slowly warms up the further south and west you go, where they've seen a little bit of sunshine down near Lake Cumberland today. That's where we're watching a few showers working through, especially our northern tier of counties between the Mountain Parkway and I-64, seeing some light showers. And in fact, some of those are moving into portions of Pike County right now. From Pikeville down to Dorton, seeing a few of those showers east of Phelps and Elkhorn City. As we head through the evening, just something to watch. Otherwise, we're going to stay on the cooler side. Your forecast first this evening, the next 12 hours, when we drop, if we're not already in the 40s, we'll be there as we head toward tomorrow morning. Now, I'll have the very latest on when we see the potential for things to finally warm up in a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. A Rockcastle County man had a close call after a fire last Friday. The Mount Vernon Fire Department was dispatched to a pickup that caught fire on Main Street around 10:30 a.m. After firefighters arrived, they found the truck still traveling down the road with the engine on fire. The driver tried to stop the truck, but crews say the fire disabled all the controls inside of it. After getting the truck on a hill, the man was able to stop it and was able to get out safely. Crews were eventually able to put the fire out. The truck was at loss, but no injuries were reported.
Crews responded to a fire late last night that left one family without a home. Bell County EMS reported heavy black smoke in East Pineville on Williams Branch on Left Fork Road last night. Crews from RJ, Clear Creek, Colmar, and Wright Fork Fire Departments responded, in addition to firefighters from Brownies Creek and Callaway Fire Departments. More than 8,500 gallons of water were shuttled in for what was determined to be a structure fire. The family was not home at the time, and there were no injuries as a result of the fire.
Last Friday, Hazard ARH went on lockdown due to a missing newborn from the maternity ward. After an investigation, the Hazard Police Department determined the father of the baby left with it. Officers were able to locate the baby safely and return it to Hazard ARH. Social services were notified and are investigating the incident.
A group of kindergarten students got to play doctor today in an effort to teach young kids about medicine.
WYMT's RJ Johnson has more on that.
It's Doctor's Day for this kindergarten class at Bevins Elementary School. Students got to wear scrubs as they listened to officials from the Pikeville Medical Center read books and talk to them about being in the medical field. Vice President of Workforce Development James Glass says this program is a way to educate kids about the medical field.
It's important that we start early because all too often these young people don't realize, they think that if it's a hospital that there's just doctors and nurses, and they don't really realize that there are other opportunities.
Even though students may not understand everything, pediatrician Dr. Frederick Stein says this is a way to start building the future.
When we do things like this, we are like reaching into the future, kind of, you know, we're impacting the lives of today and trying to inspire them to be their best for tomorrow. I think that there's almost nothing more important than this kind of outreach because you just never know, you know, what's going to be the light bulb moment for somebody.
The program began in March, but Glass says as the years go on, kids will gain a better knowledge of the field.
They'll have more opportunities to learn a variety of positions and jobs within the hospital, and for them to be able to dig deeper into what it truly means to be a specialist.
Starting at square one, both Glass and Dr. Stein say the sky is the limit. In Pike County, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
And Dr. Stein says starting this early will allow for the kids to believe that they can do anything.
Students are preparing for graduation day, and this year one class will help fill a major need. University of Kentucky's College of Medicine is graduating its largest class ever, and it comes as the need for medical professionals is high. The university is working to bridge the gap and fill holes in the healthcare industry. And dreams are coming true for Dr. Charles Griffith, acting dean at UK's College of Medicine. The school is about to graduate its largest class to date as 190 students are getting ready to enter the workforce. For years, the school has had to turn away students because they did not have the space or seats.
But what was sad about that was we'd have hundreds of students, hundreds of Kentuckians that were qualified trying to apply to our medical school, and we couldn't accept them every year. And we're a state that has a physician shortage. And as a flagship university, to not be able to admit more of these qualified Kentuckians was really kind of heartbreaking.
There are now 4 sites across the state where med students can work on their degree. By Dr. Griffith's math, if the university now graduates 65 more doctors a year compared to the recent past, history shows roughly half will eventually practice in Kentucky.